Welcome.
Oh, what does this say?
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
Hail. I'm in fine fettle today. I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible. Sometimes I wonder if
I have no issue falling asleep, even at this time of day.
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Off we go then.
Feeling rested, I trust?
we're still in the fight.
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
Oh, did it pertain to the Queen Regent and him?
Fire spirit sharply arrayed against this one. I grant you roaring flame. An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their costs.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
'Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside. You have my admiration. I doubt even my own master has obtained an article so rare.
I'm in no hurry to leave.
Comfort in the humdrum of daily life. Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.
Little enough gold to spend as it is.
It ought to be said.
Would that all my days were so.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
Let them talk. I'm too old to care. I quite like.
Pray and ne'er put gold in my pocket.
I've more cunning than I know how to spend.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
It ought to be said. Peace and quiet.
Are you of worthy station to be present here?
Ah, good to see you. Those garments you gave me had a marked effect. Albert set off to work the moment he saw them, and he's been working steadily e'er since. I ne'er thought I'd see the day. To be frank, I've not the slightest interest in the man, but he can surely benefit this city much more by performing an honest duty than by begging on the streets. In short, you've done us all a service. Pray, allow me to show my appreciation.
So, now the man is in his rightful station. Yet I cannot but wonder whether 'tis where he truly belongs.
anywhere better than living in this house.
Alright, got pretty picking one.
Home at last!
Welcome home, young master.
Thank you, Diana. I am glad to be back. 'Twas a hard journey, but I found what I sought. A blue sunbright, the sigil of our house. I only hope Mother will be pleased.
Oh, a blue sunbright. I thought they were make-believe.
Oh no, they're quite real. Rather rare, though, and particularly to Melv. I'm surprised you've heard of them, to be frank.
Really? Well, there's a picture of one stuck to the inner cover of a book that was donated to the Gracious Hand. I asked Sir Kendrick about it. He told me the flower's name.
A picture, you say? How very odd.
I believe Miss Daphne is describing a bookplate. The book in question will have been a donation from this very house. Indeed, the mistress has been very generous in her support of the Gracious Hand over the years.
For true? Oh, I must tell her thank you.
I think I could arrange that. I'm certain my mistress would be delighted.
Yes. Well, as for me, I'm just pleased to be home safe and sound.
All this racket. What's going on? Good gracious, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, you must be the lady who's been supporting the Gracious Hand. Thank you ever so much for all you've done for us.
What precisely have you told this girl?
Not a word, mistress. I swear it.
Good. As for you, girl, you need not thank me. 'Tis the privilege of the nobility to help those who are less fortunate. Now, 'tis getting late. You had best be off. Do be sure to leave the house unseen. And fare you well, child. Know that where'er life may lead you, you may take pride in who you are. Come, Diana. I would speak with you alone. You have some explaining to do.
What was that all about? Mother seemed awfully perturbed.
I do wonder what that was all about. Though I'm not sure we ought to pry.
That was not at all the outcome I'd anticipated.
'Tis a relief to be home safe and sound. I only hope the blue sunbright lifts Mother's spirits. What was that all about? Mother seemed awfully perturbed.
To think the lady here has been supporting the Gracious Hand for so long. I must find a way to thank her. Are all the nobles so kind? I can't wait to tell everybody at the Gracious Hand that I met the lady who gave us the book with the pretty flower.
What was that all about? Mother's...
Are all the nobles so kind?
What's going on?
Doesn't seem right, this.
I'm afraid not.
I took you for a kind of sort of...
I lack information.
I've naught to say to the likes of you. I've naught to say to the likes of you.
Seems you won't be swayed. A shame, that. Seems you won't be swayed. A shame, that.
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
What do you think? Does this suit me?
I'm ready for the stroll.
None of us is guaranteed tomorrow. It's just life. Surely I can permit myself but a moment's rest. All eyes on my job. What's even the grave?
Aye, sir.
Just remember,
This place offers a view of the sea.
Well, we shan't be diving in.
I haven't seen my husband in some time. You wouldn't happen to know what's become of him, would you, sir? I haven't seen my husband in some time. You wouldn't happen to know what's become of him, would you, sir?
Well met. This here's the sanctuary of tipplers and merrymakers alike. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found? And while we're here,
Anything could be lurking
May
here.
tomorrow be as uneventful as today.
Life's been pretty kind to me.
I'm afraid I don't have any knowledge about that quest as yet. If you require guidance, you must hire a pawn who does.
Good day, sir.
Need anything? Gentle scratch on my arms and armor.
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
Not sure what they expect. I'm no cook, am I?
What shall I get at? I'm the predicament. I'm the predicament. Quite the predicament.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
Nice place, this.
I quite like it.
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble.
All I need's my health, I suppose.
Good
What's
gracious!
going on?
And who, pray tell, are you supposed to be?
I've not the patience to deal with you just now.
Can't remember the last time I had a...
And who, pray tell, are you supposed to be? I do not believe we are acquainted.
Oh, I can't complain.
Sometimes this is the only place I can find peace.
That's it. I've had enough. That's it. I've had enough. That's it. I've had enough.
How beastly!
That's it. I've had enough.
I like to come here when I need a minute to think.
How beastly!
That's it. I've had enough.
Everyone's busy with their own affairs, I see.
How beastly!
That's it. I've had enough.
Hope I didn't leave the pot on to boil.
How beastly!
That's it. I've had enough.
I've more time than I know how to spend. Beg pardon, sir, but might I have a moment of your time? I've a proposal to make. See, a friend of mine has an empty house, but no use for it. And I see you round the inn rather often. And wouldn't come free, mind, but the price is a fair one, and you'd have a place to call your own. What say you? Well, you needn't decide this very moment. Come speak with me again once your mind's set.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Need anything? Living's hard. Washes all my troubles clean away. Lots to do to see with fine spirits. Been a hard day.
Now, who to talk with first?
Fancy a look at my wares? Another day.
All the gold I can
I
while
should be
I'm
on
here.
top form today.
Well met. Looking to make a purchase? Hope to see you again.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch, in my case.
Let's see.
Just about had my fill of this rough pool.
I'm in fine fettle today.
He's busy out today.
To each their own, as they say.
Oh, my joints have been aching something fierce of late.
I'll make a living if I get myself injured. Wonder if anyone will notice if I stay here with this. I mustn't let the captain see me.
I don't like it.
Blessed be we
I want to go
servants
home.
of the heavens.
Living's hard, but dreams are free, I say. Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it. I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
I haven't seen my husband in some time. You wouldn't happen to know what's become of him, would you, sir?
I sleep on my woe, mayhap they'll go. Sets my footsteps down dark paths.
Words are costly.
Why must I suffer so? I end up feeling weary even after a day of rest.
There's a poultry with
We might scratch another task off our list while we're here, if we are so inclined.
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration.
I end up feeling weary even after a day of
First, assess the field, then act accordingly.
Suppose I best earn my keep.
All the best tales come from travellers and here.
Follow me, if you would.
All this hustle and bustle puts me right at home.
Won't someone do aught about this?
"'Tis this way."
Can't wait for the new equipment to come in.
Why at last?
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
"'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen."
I'll barely drag my ass out of bed. Let 'em try. Sometimes I wonder if I'm kind of hot for this work. My body's not forgiven me for last night's scuffle.
Dare say I could forget all my troubles here.
I shall suffer a little less this place.
You seem to be rather friendly with Captain Brancer. Tell me, is he faring well? 'Tis lamentable that the captain of the late Consul's Guard should have been relegated to the garrison. But there are whispers that he was given this station in reprisal for an unthinking petition he made to Her Grace. Ever since Thesa's faction seized power within the palace, her detractors have found themselves shunted into a corner. If I were you, I'd take care not to be seen currying favor with the good captain. Thesa has eyes everywhere, it seems.
Let me alone, will ye? I'm a busy woman.
So, you've come. Captain Brant bade me allow you passage. So, you've come. Captain Brant bade me allow you passage.
Reckon you can do as you please, eh? I'm not going to take that from you. Is this some man? Press to respond. Is this some manner of trial? sure I can handle this.
Huh? Thanks, I suppose.
Hold fast! You have the strength! I was not prepared for this!
Good to see you, Master. We might scratch another task off our list while we're here, if we are so inclined.
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
On all sides. Not ruins your day, like getting cut open.
making a living as a soldier. I'm unsure how best.
I'm not putting up with this.
Making you can do as you please, eh?
Would you have forced to draw steel?
First, assess the field, then act accordingly.
I'll not stick my head there and cut off.
How dare you!
Remember your training.
Right now.
How could I have forced
Still
all
yourselves.
this?
Counting on you.
I'm not trained for this.
Spider can always run.
Steel yourself! We shall not fall
Let
here!
down my arms and pray. That's what we're soldiering now.
This is quite a quandary.
No one bothered steps in it.
my fate.
Steel yourself! I'm counting on you! Heavens preserve me.
Wish I'd been born a nobleman.
So, you've come.
Smoke it up for a while.
Good to see you, Master.
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
We'll make our way there in time. As to whether 'twill be sooner or later, that is for the Arisen to decide.
or not, I must go where duty calls me.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Aha! Then we are presented with three options. Either the law of our world that allows only one arisen has been upended, or Deeza's arisen is false, or you are lying to me. Have you proof that you are arisen, as you say? Ah, they say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be, Escape? But why? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests. And I need not turn my ear to Deeza's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bells? Oh, to think such a place existed. How very curious. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit, I ought to be able to find the rest of the way on my own.
I'll measure up.
Aye, this should be far enough. My thanks. If you truly are arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time or inclination. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
Duty to see this peace.
Is this a challenge arisen to see who can keep pace?
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
Let's meet the Lucas working this feast.
Welcome.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all. Vernworth. You know where to find me.
I fear I've no wisdom to offer.
At your leisure. Well met. You are come. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all. Vernworth. Much obliged.
Welcome.
Well met. You are come. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. You know where to find...
Look as long as you please.
Welcome to Bjorn's, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember... Misers die early deaths. Hope to see you again.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch, in my case.
Faring well, I hope.
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
Oh, did it pertain to the Queen Regent and an important personage, perchance?
Indeed. If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
So stiff after a day. Beg pardon, sir. I mustn't be distracted.
'Twould seem you've succeeded. Finally done.
I'm feckless, through and through.
The wind blow my fur every week.
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.
Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no more than that.
Pray, do not impede me, sir. I'm on duty.
You'll not live to regret this!
We ought to keep watch, lest we be set upon from behind.
We'll manage. Whatever comes, we always do, don't we?
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Ah, Sir Arisen. I've been meaning to speak with you. Did you, perchance, pay a visit to the House of the Blue Sunbright? I see. After the rather strongly worded letter I received, I feared as much. 'Twas under unique circumstances, shall we say, that Daphne came to reside with us. You must understand, the House of the Blue Sunbright is our most generous benefactor, and their favor hinges upon our continued discretion. Thus, for the sake of all who reside herein, I beg you to steer Daphne away from any further contact with that household. Though it pains me to perpetuate the girl's misfortune, it must be done, if the gracious hand is to continue to function. Sir Arisen, I trust that you will do what is right by Daphne, and indeed, by this establishment. Pray see to it that naught akin to the recent debacle be allowed to occur again. Sir Arisen, I trust that you will do what is right by Daphne, and indeed, by this establishment. Pray see to it that naught akin to the recent debacle be allowed to occur again.
Do you perchance remember me? You once knew me as maid to the young master, Sebastian. Well, I'm his maid no longer. Though I meant no harm, the mistress saw fit to turn me out. Tell no other soul of this, but the girl I had you fetch was none other than Sebastian's own twin sister. Afeard of inviting conflict over their inheritance, Daphne's family branded her a cursed babe and sent her away. Yet the loss of her newborn child drove the mistress half mad with grief. She's been bedridden ever since. I had hoped the sight of her long-lost daughter might rekindle some vital spark within my mistress. But alas, 'twould seem it was not to be.
I've not got food atwixt my teeth, had I?
You don't need a permit to get into Batal. Just hide in the back of an ox cart, aye? It works. Mind, you've got to avoid the guard's line of sight. but it's easy enough. I should know. I've done it.
Time to be heading
I don't like it here. I want to go home. It's been a hard day. Just remember, I've somewhere to be.
Any loose boy up there?
no
Shake things up.
What to do?
Life can be tiring even if you've no troubles.
Here you are, sir. From me to you.
Time to be heading.
You're here. I've been waiting for you. You're here. I've been waiting for you. Now that's just splendid. You're here. I've been waiting for you.
Wonder if there's any
Sense my thoughts, though, Darth.
This is my moment. I must falter.
I haven't seen my husband in some time. You wouldn't happen to know what's become of him?
Maybe I'll keep right here until I'll not have that.
I can't help but feel I've wasted my time here.
I sleep on my woe. May have
Nice.
them go away.
If 'tweren't so costly.
I've trained for this. Would have all my days.
There's a ladder here. After you, Arisen.
Say, have I seen you around?
This place cheers me right up. Nothing ever seems to happen round here.
Ought to set my nose to the ground.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. I have been pursuing all of the channels available to me, but I am afraid I have yet to uncover any new information pertaining to the false sovereign. Would your Majesty be willing to venture to Vermont's eastern edge to probe into the young man's origins? Is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? It seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall doubtless be a great boon to our cause. Mayhap 'twould be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. He might... Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this. Consider it remuneration for your Majesty's efforts. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard, a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, your Majesty? Are you willing to undertake this task? I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray, use that time to infiltrate and uncover aught worthy of suspicion.
There is only one acceptable outcome. Complete and utter success.
Shall we make...
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. For some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds, but as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided. And so, in honor of his supposed valor, they have been holding masquerade in the palace of late. The false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind the mask. What say you, your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security, so pray, slip into the venue through whatever opening presents itself. Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think to be wary if they believe you a fellow masquerader. Here, this should suffice to help you blend in. Take care, your Majesty. Ah, there is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers.
It would seem we've a need to visit the palace. Let us make for the palace, that she might investigate Minister Allard's chambers. Pawns aren't permitted entry to the palace, but I would see you to the entrance if I may.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
We have reached our destination.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little.
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
Now, how best to proceed?
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty. Tis best you move along. Pray, be cautious.
I wish the Minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere. There are times when no one's standing watch there at all.
Aye, it happened just yesterday, in fact. Put me in the right state when I saw the door outside.
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the Regent Kin to request a private audience.
Or perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's puppet, but at least he knows what's good for him.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently.
I wonder if I'm cut out for this work. Thankless job, this.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
Well, well. Yours isn't a face I'm accustomed to seeing around the palace. How did you get in here?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. I don't appreciate having my motives questioned. I did as I saw fit. Need I say more? Still, you are welcome to come calling, should the fancy take you, and should you have the gold for it. Off you go now. If you wish to speak further, 'twill have to wait. This is neither the time nor the place for it. Off you go now. If you wish to speak further, 'twill have to wait. This is neither the time nor the place for it.
Such peace reigned eternal. Goodness me. Oh, I got to keep moving.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
the predicament.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
I find your company rather edifying.
Collect my ledger.
Now here's a welcome sight.
Even after a day of rest. Well met, sir.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. This does not bode well at all. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilt between Vermund and his neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melv and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, might you make for Melv? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melv.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phasus fellow, but what precisely is their aim?
As a reward for Your Majesty's efforts, you have been invited to attend the coronation. 'Twould seem congratulations are in order. You will, of course, require raiment befitting of the occasion. I would ask that Your Majesty return once you've procured such attire.
It seems...
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Ah, there is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry.
Would you mind coming over here?